Galveston, Texas. Scientists from the University of Texas Medical Branch at Galveston have gained new insight into how the Ebola virus uses the body's natural defenses to speed the rate of infection and unleash its lethal disease, according to a new report in Bio. The study was conducted in collaboration with the University of Washington and the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases. When someone is infected with the Ebola virus, part of the reason that the resulting disease is so severe is because the virus causes parts of the immune system to malfunction. Cells, which are a specialized type of white blood cells that seek and destroy virus-infected cells, are particularly vulnerable to the Ebola virus. In this study, we demonstrated the central role of a cell protein called TIM1 in the development of Ebola virus disease, said senior author Alexander Bukrayev, a UTMB virologist in the departments of pathology and microbiology and immunology. Mice that were genetically engineered without TIM1 became less ill when infected with Ebola virus, and only one died, whereas all of the unmodified mice succumbed. Bukrayev noted that the mice without TIM1 had only slightly lower levels of the virus in their bodies compared with unmodified mice, suggesting that the Ebola virus needs the TIM1 cells to spread infection. The TIM1 deficient mice's immune system used a different virus-fighting strategy that protected them. A series of biological analyses of the mice with TIM1 and immune cells isolated from human donors showed that Ebola virus directly binds to cells through TIM1 protein binding and causes massive inflammation that thwarts the immune system. The severity of inflammatory immune reaction is consistently linked with the intensity of the disease and risk of death from Ebola. Understanding how the invading Ebola virus impacts the host's immune system is a very important step in developing targeted therapies for Ebola virus disease, said Bukrayev. The findings of this study indicate that drugs that block TIM1 could be a potential new treatment for people with Ebola. If we can find a way to limit the inflammatory response known as the cytokine storm during Ebola infection, we can potentially improve disease outcomes, said Patrick Younan, the lead author of the paper. Controlling and successfully balancing the immune response following Ebola virus infection is greatly important for reducing symptoms and fatal outcomes, said Matthew E. Pietro, the colleague author of the paper. Other study authors include UTMB's Palaniupan Ramanathan, Rodrigo Santos, Ningala Michelle Lubaki, Andrew Nishida, Mukta Dutta and Michael Katz from the University of Washington, as well as Richard Koop from the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases. Disclaimer: Oz and Urec are not responsible for the accuracy of news releases posted to Urec by contributing institutions, or for the use of any information through the Urec system.